Good night, everyone. Tonight, God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Summer Jazz Spiritual, but I'm here to give you a little short news on tonight. Um, we still talking about this student loan forgiveness. So they quote temporary black Mr. President student loan forgiveness. So the court ruled Friday today that the plan to cancel thousands of dollars in student loan debt should be put on hold. And I had agreed because I made that statement yesterday. It should be on hold. So while legal challenges um play out in court, they want to put it on hold because you have so much legal. You got 6 states that was blocking it, so you got so much stuff is coming out at this student loan forgiveness. So it'd be best to put it on hold for right now. So temporary blocking plan to cancel billions of dollars in federal student loan. Throwing the program into limbo just days after people begin applying for the loan forgiveness. So you had so many you had millions of people have applied, for this loan forgiveness, because everyone need help on getting this loan paid off, and forgiveness was gonna be able to pay everybody loan off. But sooner after so many millions of people had applied for this loan, that's when everything starts tumbling down. So there are ways, so there was 6 states, blocked the program. you know um the state order not to act on the program, why it's considered the appeal. So there was 22 million borrowers who already applied for the release. So it was 22 million people already had applied, before everything started being in limbo and put on at a standstill. So it was stated that he had promised not to clear any debt before October 23rd as it battled the legal challenges. So it was expected to begin erasing debt um that was mid no numbers in November. So he was planning on erasing debt in November, in the mid November. So student loans are expected to restart after being paused during the COVID. So millions of Americans they were expected to get their debt canceled. So it had millions of people apply already. So they was expecting to get their cancer, but they now face uncertain about whether they will need to start making payments in January. So everything is in limbo right now. So we gonna have to try to see what is gonna happen. Because if we don't come up with anything now, they may have to start paying on their loan in January, you know, or on some kind of payment plan. So yes, a hold should be placed on the student loan forgiveness for right now. And so in the meantime, we're gonna have to come up with something for them to do a payment plan, starting in January, because so many people apply for this already. So it's gonna have to payments gonna have to start coming forward, even if it's in partial. So that's the student loans on forgiveness. So let's talk about Halloween. I want to be talking about Halloween up until Halloween come. So experts this said report of children being harmed by Halloween candy contaminated with fentanyl. That's the name of some kind of something that is harming may harm to candy. So possibility of people tampering with their kids' Halloween candy. So that, like I told y'all the other day, you have to be careful. I advise you to search all the candy before your children even start eating it. So this had left, many parents worrying about what could potentially end up in their children on trick or treat bag. That's why you have to expect it. You're gonna have to expect all their candy, everything they have in their bag before the children start eating their candy. Warning that all parents about the danger of rainbow fitting ahead of Halloween. Republican National Committee, chairman, all parents is worried that that this just rainbow phantom, could end up in their children Halloween basket. So anybody and a parent will be worrying about that. Fresno B later published a book that he has not found one incident of a child being injured or killed from contaminated candy after trick or treat on Halloween since it first began. So when this first began, he been searching himself for the longest. He said no children has not been harmed or hurt in any kind of way with this here. So now he been studying, this person been studying himself for a long time, and he can't find any evidence that any child had ever been killed or serious hurt. So expect commercial rap tree, for a sign of tampering. So when you check your children candy, make sure you check if it has been tampered with. So it says signs of tampering such as unusual appearance or discoloring if it have a different color, tiny a little hole, they have a tiny little hole in it, or tear in wrap and throw it away. You know, anything that looks suspicious, and this come from FDA. Anything that looks suspicious, throw it away. Don't let your child eat it. If it seems like it's been tampered with, throw it away. Because you got to be careful with your children eating all kind of stuff. You don't know what is going on right now. You don't know if it's tampered with it, because they could tamper with it and still seal the candy back up like it has not been touched. So you have to search all your children candy that's in that trick or treat bag to make sure everything is okay. you know so we talk about this student loan forgiveness. Student loan forgiveness that so many people is blocking it. So now they putting a hold on it right now, due to so many people coming at this program. And I agree, because I made a statement yesterday to put a hold on it. Because it really is too much money right now at the moment, $1.6 trillion. And billions of dollars already have been put out already. So you got 22 million borrowers already have applied, for this program already. So sooner or later we're gonna have to come up with some kind of payment plan for them starting in January. Because everything is on hold right now. Until we find out how we're gonna do this here. So we also talk about the Halloween, the danger of the candy may be tampered with. So our parents had to search their children candy, their bag, and make sure everything is okay. And also they had someone about a woman probably had opened the door for someone was dressed in a costume, as a clown costume. So I advise anyone, if anybody dressed like in a costume, be careful, open your door, or be careful, because you don't know, they take that opportunity, to try to do your harm. So be careful with anybody in costumes, and be careful with the candy, and also with this student loan forgiveness. So many people apply for it already, and now it's a whole, it been trying to be blocked, so everything is coming at it right now. But sooner or later, we all wants to help the family who trying to pay these student loans. We're gonna try to do the best we can to see what kind of solution we can come up with. So that's all the show news I have for y'all today. Y'all have a blessed night. I'll see you on the next video.